guys, welcome to the lounge. Bobby D here. Looking at this new project that Trump has just announced, STARGATE. The STARGATE project is it's the world's largest AI project that's ever been taken on, and evidently SoftBank out of Japan, who already pledged to invest over $100 billion into the U.S. Economy, is coming back, and they're bringing more money and more partners in Oracle and OpenAI, and they're going to invest $500 billion into this AI project called STARGATE, and it's supposed to bring 100,000 jobs. I think it's going to bring a lot more because NVIDIA is going to be providing the chips, and of course there's going to be a lot of support companies along the way, and that's not even including the construction infrastructures. And pay attention to the building sizes. You're talking, in terms of square footage. I think it's 5 million square foot per building, and they ultimately want to do 20 buildings. So just in terms of construction assets, what it's going to take for the excavation, the carpenters, the concrete workers, the electricians, the plumbers, everything. You're talking about a lot of good long-term jobs. Let's get into this and check this out and see what they're trying to bring us.
Back, and we had a great first term, but we're going to have an even better second term, and I think we're going to do things that people will be shocked at. We're starting off with tremendous investment coming into our country at levels that nobody's really ever seen before, and they're very happy with the fact that I won the race and that they feel confident in their investments, and it's big money and high quality people. So my first day back from having a nice life, it's my honor to welcome three of the world's leading technology CEOs, and in the case of Larry Ellison, it's well beyond technology. He's sort of CEO of everything. He's an amazing man and an amazing business person. But to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America. As you know, there's great competition for AI and other things, and they're coming in at the highest level. We're joined by Oracle Executive Chairman Larry Ellison, SoftBank CEO, my friend Masa Yoshi-san, and CEO of OpenAI, and I would say by far the leading expert based on everything I read, Sam Altman. So that's great that you're coming in together. That's a massive group of talent and money. Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of STARGATE. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States, and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately. This monumental undertaking is a resounding declaration of confidence in America's potential under a new president. Let me be a new president. I didn't say it, they did. So I appreciate that, fellas. But it'll ensure the future of technology. What we want to do is we want to keep it in this country. China is a competitor and others are competitors. We want it to be in this country, and we're making it available. I'm going to help a lot through emergency declarations, because we have an emergency. We have to get this stuff built. So they have to produce a lot of electricity, and we'll make it possible for them to get that production done very.
One of the things I was thinking about with the electricity is maybe Memphis would be one of the good places to put one of these, because you've got a major river right there. Arkansas would be a good place as well, because again, you've got a major river right there, and hydroelectric is an excellent source of energy. And unless they want to get really smart and Let's get back to building some nuclear plants, which would be great. But hydroelectric is a good way to go, and we've already got river infrastructure and experienced dam builders in the Memphis and all throughout Arkansas. So it'd be that'd be good places for them. Just saying.
Easily at their own plants if they want, where they'll build at the plant, the AI plant, they'll build energy generation, and that will be incredible. But it's technology and artificial intelligence, all made in the USA. Beginning immediately, Stargate will be building the physical and virtual infrastructure to power the next generation of advancements in AI, and this will include the construction of colossal data centers, very, very massive structures. I was in the real estate business. These buildings, these are big, beautiful buildings. Are going to employ a lot of people. And physical campuses and locations currently being scouted nationwide. They're making their choices of locations. I think they have their choice. I'd like to ask Larry, Sam, and Masa to say a few words and just talk about a little bit about what they're doing. And if you have any questions, and then we'll go into a couple of other subjects also. But this is, to me, a very big thing. 500.
Just to point out, guys, this is Trump's day one right here. And already investors are wanting to pour in the billions of dollars because Trump is going to actually free them up to get the job done, to create these jobs. So when the job numbers come out from all this stuff, they're not going to be pumped fake numbers that we got from the Biden-Harris administration, that 815,000 jobs were faked. Now these will be real jobs where real iron workers, carpenters, electricians, dam builders, they all get to get in there and they all get to put food on their tables. So day one. Welcome back, Mr. President.
$100 billion Stargate project, I think is going to be something that's very special. It'll lead to something that could be the biggest of all. So, Larry, maybe we'll start with you and we'll go down the line. Thank you.
Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. We certainly couldn't do this without you. It would simply be impossible. AI holds incredible promise for all of us, for every American. We've actually been working with OpenAI for a while and with Masa for a while. The data centers are actually under construction. The first of them are under construction in Texas. Each building's 500,000 square feet. There are 10 buildings currently being built, but that will expand to 20 and other locations beyond the Abilene location, which is our first location.
20 buildings, 5 million square feet. Holy cow, that's a lot of jobs. I love construction.
The kind of applications that we're building, to give you an idea, maybe the most charismatic and the one that I think touches us all is electronic health records. Not just maintaining electronic health records, but by looking at electronic health records, understanding the condition of doctors, better understanding the condition of their patients, and being able to provide healthcare plans that are much better than they otherwise would be. A doctor in...
Forgive me for interrupting again, guys. I've been in construction my whole life. It's always been heavy construction. Dam builder, bridge builder, water treatment plants, embassies or consulates, in different countries, the new NATO headquarters, the new strategic command center. But I'm also a nurse, and I've worked with a lot of patients that have dealt with cancer, and the whole hope that this AI brings is, and this is where it's gonna piss a lot of you guys off, because this AI, that there was a lady who underwent 2 mammograms. Doctors could not find anything wrong with her. Her breast tissue looked clear. They thought just for shits and giggles, they would run it through an AI program. Well, the AI program found small, I mean, minute breast cancer cells that could not be picked up on a mammogram, and a radiologist or a physician were not able to detect those. Because of that, they were able to give this lady it's radiation, but it's specific radiation. I mean, it's targeted radiation, specifically right where the cells are at. And so they were able to knock this out. Now she's at no risk of any cancer spreading. No risk of a mastectomy, and they did another mammogram on her, and they ran it through AI. She's cancer free. So that's the beauty of it. So they're going to talk about a little bit about mRNA vaccines, which I am wholeheartedly against. But we don't need mRNA vaccines. What we need is targeted treatment. And if you can find breast cancer cells or any type of cancer that's out there, whether it be a brain tumor or what have you, well, then do targeted treatments on that. Treat it however you would like to, whether it would be holistic or your choice. But knowing early, that's the whole thing that's going to save lives. And so that's why I'm all for this. So when they talk about the mRNA, just now, I'm not for it. I'm not doing anything like that. That's for sure. Let's get back into it.
Indian River Reservation would be able to see how a doctor at Memorial Sloan Kettering, they're sending the electronic health records, understanding the condition of the doctors, better understanding the condition of their patients, and being able to provide healthcare plans that are much better than they otherwise would be. A doctor in Indian River Reservation would be able to see how a doctor at Memorial Sloan Kettering would treat the patient, or a doctor at Stanford would treat the patient. We actually provide all of that information, all of that guidance to the doctors who are treating cancer patients or patients with any other kind of disease, made possible by AI. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I'm going to pass it to Masa, but this is a very exciting program for Oracle to be a part of. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That really helped. That's good. That's great.
I feel they keep a little step stool. My wife keeps one in the kitchen.
Thank you. Well, Mr. President, it's good.
My wife keeps a little stool in the kitchen just so she can reach things. It's hilarious, and yeah, Masa has such a good attitude. He's a good guy. I love the Japanese people. They're such good people.
Thank you. That really helped. That's good. That's great. I feel tall now. Thank you. Well, Mr. President, last month I came to celebrate your winning and promised that we will invest $100 billion. And you told me, oh, Masa, go for 200. Yeah. Now I came back with 500. Because this is as you said yesterday, this is the beginning of golden age of America. This is one great example, I think, right? We wouldn't have decided to do this.
I think so.
This is the beginning of golden age. We wouldn't have decided unless you won. And yesterday we agreed, we signed to make this happen.
It's great.
Because of this day.
Very nice.
So we would make this happen. We would immediately start deploying $100 billion with a goal of making $500 billion within next 4 years, within your term.
Yep.
Right? Because of your success. So we are very, very excited to do this. And our partner is...
Masa said because of your success, Trump's success is all of our success. America's back. We're ready to win some more. I love it.
Right? because of your success. So we are very, very excited to do this. And our partner is, of course, SoftBank, OpenAI, Oracle, and additionally investing partner with MGX. On top of that, we have the technology partner NVIDIA, and of course Microsoft has been very, very supportive to Sam and continue to support all our success. This is not just for business. As Larry said, this will help people's life. This will help solving many, many issues, difficult things that otherwise we could not have solved with the power of AI. I think AGI is coming very, very soon. And then after that, that's not the goal. After that, artificial super intelligence will come to solve the issues that mankind would never ever have thought that we could solve. Well, this is the beginning of our golden age. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Fantastic.
Sam.
I don't have too much to add, but I did want to say I'm thrilled we get to do this in the United States of America. I think this will be the most important project of this era, and as Masa said, for AGI to get built here, to create hundreds of thousands of jobs, to create a new industry centered here. We wouldn't be able to do this without you, Mr. President, and I'm thrilled that we get to. I think it'll be an exciting project. I think we'll be able to do all of the wonderful things that these guys talked about, but the fact that we get to do this in the United States is, I think, wonderful. So thank you very much.
Could you just say one word? I hear so many positive things about what it's going to do for medical research and for solving things, cancer and all the different problems. How will AI help us with the fight against the various problems, diseases, etc.?
These guys can maybe share more about some of the work they're doing there. I think they'll jointly be some of the leaders about driving progress here. But I believe that as this technology progresses, we will see diseases get cured at an unprecedented rate. We will be amazed at how quickly we're curing this cancer and that one and heart disease, and what this will do for the ability to deliver very...
Even spotting aneurysms, any type of body scan, brain scan, anything like that, it's going to be a huge thing. It was just by sheer luck that a loved one of mine went to the doctor because she thought that she was having an issue. I believe she believed she was having a heart issue, and because they did do a scan, they found out that she had an aneurysm. And not only did she have an aneurysm, they found 5. They hadn't burst, but it saved her life. Now, let's just imagine if you were able to do a scan through AI and it caught even the smallest hint of an aneurysm, and they could go in there and cure it before it even becomes an issue. As somebody who has worked in the medical field, this is outstanding. It's an exciting time to be alive and to see this. I mean, genetic coding was an amazing thing. I remember in the 90s, 80s, 90s, especially in the 90s, 2000s, early 2000s, and genetic coding and blueprinting was an amazing thing. And now we've got AI that can team up with genetic coding and genetic blueprinting, and then we can create better patient outcomes. And I think this is phenomenal. Like I said, what an exciting time to be alive, and to have Trump win. And this is what we're getting out of it, is investment into these technologies and into the American infrastructure. It's great.
Very high quality healthcare, the costs, but really to cure the diseases at a rapid rate, I think will be among the most important things this technology does.
Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Can I take it and answer that question, Mr. President? So we're currently working on... Should I step on this? Okay. All right. No. I'm not that tall. I'm not that tall.
You look even better.
Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine. It's very interesting. It turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancers, cancer tumors, little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood. So you can do early cancer detection. If you can do using AI, you can do early cancer detection with a blood test. And using AI to look at the blood test, you can find the cancers that are actually seriously threatening the person. So we can, again, cancer diagnosis using AI has the promise of just being a simple blood test. Then beyond that, once we gene sequence that cancer tumor, you can then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine, you can make that robotically, again using AI, in about 48 hours. So imagine early cancer detection, the development of a cancer vaccine for your particular cancer aimed at you, and have that vaccine available in 48 hours. This is the promise of AI and the promise of the future.
All right. Now, one of the things that they don't talk about is there is a test that anybody can have done, and basically it's a genetic code of your body. It's basically your body's blueprints. I remember years ago I was working with a not so good doctor, and he got fired. This was at a nursing home, and we had a lot of patients that were on 15, 20 medications a day. We hired a brilliant doctor who came in, and he wanted genetic testing done on a lot of our residents because they were on so many medications. And I didn't understand a lot about this at the time. And I spoke with this doctor about it, and he explained to me that this genetic test, it would give you the blueprints of your body, and it would tell you specifically, basically, what medications worked on somebody and what medications wouldn't, whether it be for congestive heart failure or pain or just a lot of things, because a lot of patients are on medications for something, but then they have it has a side effect, so they have to take another medication for the side effect, which has a side effect, so they have to take another medication for that side effect. And meanwhile, the initial medication is only giving a 20 to 30% positive result, whenever you could be taking a different medication and it will give you an 80% positive result with less side effects. And one of the things this doctor explained to me, he said, once you do this genetic test, it stays with you for life. You just basically get a medical card, a medical record, so that way they can look you up anywhere in the United States, and they can say, okay, his body will not respond to these antibiotics, but they will respond very well to these antibiotics. His body won't respond very good to these heart medications, but they will respond very well to these heart medications, so they can give less medications with less side effects. Now, I'm just thinking that if they were to use OpenAI to find the source of cancer cells early, well, then using genetic testing without body modification through mRNA, that you could actually find healthier treatments from it, and precision treatments, whether it be through targeted radiation or what have you. It's a very interesting thing, but I'm not going to be doing any mRNA vaccines or nothing like that, but the technology itself is exciting. If you knew somebody that you loved, that that you found out that they even had one cancer cell, you would want that cancer cell obliterated immediately, and that's what I'm hoping this leads to. So anyway, guys, I thought this was a very fascinating topic. I'm excited about the technology. I'm very excited that on day one Trump's got this big announcement, Stargate, that is going to provide, I mean, a ton of jobs, a ton of money for this country, and it's only going to get better. So anyway, guys, once again, Bobby D, thanks for joining me at the lounge. Please, like, share, subscribe, and if you have any topics you want me to talk about, please, or any comments, drop them in the comment section, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks, guys. Trump.